Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The 1894 one-dime coin is one of the most coveted and rarest coins in U.S. history, standing as a testament to the history, craftsmanship, and occasional eccentricities of the U.S. Mint. Known for its scarcity and the mystery surrounding its minting, this coin has captivated collectors and numismatists for generations. The story of the 1894 dime is not only about its creation but also about its unintentional rarity and the journey it took to become one of the most valuable coins in existence. The 1894 one-dime coin was part of the Barber dime series, named after Charles E. Barber, the chief engraver at the U.S. Mint. The Barber series, which included dimes, quarters, and half dollars, was introduced in 1892 and remained in circulation until 1916. The design of the Barber dime was relatively simple yet elegant. On the obverse, the coin featured the profile of Liberty wearing a cap, surrounded by the words "Liberty" and the year of minting. The reverse showed a wreath with the words "One Dime" in the center, flanked by the traditional motto, E pluribus unum. But it is the 1894 one-dime coin that stands out due to the extremely limited number of dimes minted that year. Originally, the 1894 Barber dime was struck in relatively normal quantities, and like other coins in the series, it was not anticipated to be of great interest. However, as with many valuable coins, it was not the intent of the U.S. Mint to create a rare piece. Instead, it was a simple administrative decision that led to the creation of what would become one of the most valuable coins in history. The circumstances surrounding the creation of the 1894 one-dime coin have led to much speculation. It is widely believed that only 24 of these coins were struck, and they were not intended for general circulation. According to legend, these coins were actually struck as experimental pieces or for specific purposes, perhaps as gifts or souvenirs for high-ranking officials or coin collectors at the time. This limited mintage has been a significant factor in the rarity and value of the coin today. For many years, the story behind the 1894 one-dime coin remained somewhat of a mystery. Various theories were proposed about the reason for such a small mintage. Some believed that the mint had made a mistake, while others speculated that the coin was part of a private collection or an exclusive release. As it turns out, a majority of these coins were never circulated, and most were quietly removed from public circulation and disappeared into the hands of private collectors. Over time, these coins became nearly impossible to find, contributing to their legendary status and high value. The value of the 1894 one-dime coin has only grown as its rarity became more evident to collectors. By the time the coin began to resurface in the early 20th century, its historical significance and the mystery surrounding its limited production had already made it highly sought after. The fact that only a handful of these coins exist in good condition today has cemented their place as one of the most prized and valuable items in the world of numismatics. Today, the 1894 one-dime coin is worth an astounding $215,000 or more, depending on the condition of the coin. This value is not only a reflection of the coin's rarity but also its historical importance as a piece of American minting history. A coin that was once thought to be just another dime from a relatively ordinary series has evolved into one of the most prestigious and valuable pieces in the entire numismatic world. The story of the 1894 one-dime coin is a tale of both chance and craftsmanship. The decision to mint such a limited number of these dimes was not intentional, but it resulted in a coin that would stand the test of time as a rare and valuable piece of American history. Its design, simple yet elegant, reflects the era in which it was minted, and its current value continues to rise as more collectors seek to add it to their collections. The 1894 one-dime coin remains a perfect example of how rarity, mystery, and history can combine to create something truly extraordinary in the world of numismatics. As we move on to the next coin, the 1937 one-dime coin, we continue the story of American coinage, exploring the rich history, design, and collector appeal of each piece. Each coin carries with it a unique narrative, reflecting the times in which it was minted and the stories that have shaped its legacy. The 1937 one-dime coin, while not as rare as the 1894, holds its own in terms of historical significance and collector demand. Let's dive into the details of this remarkable coin. The 1937 one-dime coin, part of the Mercury dime series, stands as one of the most recognizable and beloved coins in American numismatics. Struck during a time when the United States was still grappling with the effects of the Great Depression, the 1937 Mercury dime not only represents a critical piece of U.S. coinage but also encapsulates a historical moment of resilience and determination. This coin, which features a design filled with symbolic meaning, is beloved by collectors for its graceful beauty and its connection to American history. At the heart of this coin is its design, which was created by sculptor Adolph A. Weinman, who was tasked with designing the new dime series in the early 20th century. Weinman's design was chosen after a competition was held by the U.S. Mint, following the decision to replace the existing Barber dime series, which had been in circulation since the 1890s. Weinman's design was favored not only for its technical artistry but also for its symbolic depth. The obverse of the 1937 one-dime coin features the striking image of Liberty wearing a winged Phrygian cap. This cap, which is sometimes mistaken for the cap of Mercury, the Roman god of trade, is actually intended to represent the cap of freedom, an emblem that was widely recognized in the early 20th century as a symbol of liberty and liberty's untethered spirit. The winged cap conveys a sense of quickness, swiftness, and movement, which ties into the themes of freedom and possibility that were important to the American ethos at the time. One of the fascinating aspects of the 1937 one-dime coin's design is the way liberty is portrayed. Rather than being depicted in a formal, classical manner, Liberty on the dime is shown with youthful energy, her face radiating a sense of vigor and optimism. Her gaze is calm yet resolute, symbolizing the hope and determination of the American people during a time of hardship. The inscription, Liberty, appears along the top edge of the coin, with the date, 1937, at the bottom, beneath her image. The coin's design beautifully captured the spirit of a nation trying to rebuild itself after the stock market crash of 1929 and the subsequent Great Depression. Moving to the reverse of the coin, we find a bold and distinct design. In the center, we see a fasces, which is a bundle of rods bound together with a ribbon and topped with an axe. The fasces was a symbol of authority and unity, historically used by the Romans and later adopted by many governments worldwide, including the United States. In the context of the 1937 one-dime coin, the fasces represented the strength and unity of the United States during a challenging period. To the right of the fasces is a small olive branch, which represents peace. The combination of these two elements, strength and peace, was a subtle reminder of the country's desire to balance the need for power and defense with the hope for lasting peace and stability. The reverse also includes the motto, E pluribus unum, out of many, one, a key tenet of American identity, reinforcing the idea of unity in diversity. The 1937 one-dime coin is crafted from 90% silver and 10% copper, just like many of the coins struck before the 1960s. This silver content was integral to the value of the coin, particularly during times of economic instability when precious metals were considered a store of value. The coin's silver content makes it an appealing piece to collectors and investors alike, as it ties into the larger story of American currency and the country's use of silver during the early 20th century. In terms of minting details, the 1937 Mercury dime was struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The coins struck at these mints were distinguished by the presence or absence of a mint mark. Coins struck at the Philadelphia mint do not carry a mint mark, while coins struck in Denver are marked with a small D mint mark, and those struck in San Francisco carry an S mint mark. Of the three, the 1937 San Francisco dime is generally considered to be the most highly prized by collectors due to its relatively lower mintage and higher demand. The 1937 Philadelphia mint dime, in particular, is noted for its sharp strike quality, with many examples having been well preserved in mint condition. Coins from this mint have retained much of their original luster and details, which makes them particularly appealing to collectors seeking coins in high grades. The 1937 Denver and 1937 San Francisco dimes, however, are also prized, particularly in well-preserved condition. These coins are often sold for higher premiums compared to their more common counterparts, largely because of their relatively lower production numbers. The 1937 one-dime coin also features various die varieties, which can impact its value among collectors. There are specific examples of the coin where minor differences in the design, such as a slightly altered placement of the date or other small design features, can cause a particular coin to become highly sought after. These die varieties are important to numismatists because they help tell the story of how the coins were struck and the evolving minting processes that occurred at the time. Collectors who specialize in mercury dimes often seek out these unique die varieties, further driving the interest and value of the 1937 coin. Over the years, the 1937 one-dime coin has become increasingly rare in top-quality condition. Many of these coins were circulated and worn down over time, leaving only a few examples in mint or near-mint condition. The more well-preserved examples have seen a substantial increase in value, with those in uncirculated or gem-quality condition fetching prices upwards of $180,000 or more. The coin's value is influenced not only by its rarity and the condition of the individual coin but also by the historical and artistic significance of the mercury dime series as a whole. As more collectors seek out these coins to complete their collections, the value of the 1937 one-dime coin continues to rise. The appeal of the 1937 one-dime coin lies not just in its silver content or its design, but in its historical context. This coin was struck during a pivotal time in U.S. history when the country was still grappling with the aftermath of the Great Depression. While it was a practical piece of currency used by ordinary Americans during that period, it also came to symbolize the strength, resilience, and hope of a nation that was working toward recovery. Today, it is seen as more than just a dime. It is a piece of history, a reflection of the U.S. Mint's craftsmanship, and a tangible connection to the struggles and triumphs of the American people during one of the most challenging times in the country's history. The legacy of the 1937 mercury dime extends far beyond its role as a simple form of currency. It has become a symbol of the U.S. Mint's ability to produce coins that are not only functional but also artistically significant. Its enduring appeal among collectors reflects the coin's timeless beauty, the historical importance of its design, and its connection to the larger narrative of American numismatics. As the years go by, the 1937 one-dime coin will continue to hold a special place in the hearts of collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike, ensuring its legacy endures for generations to come. Let's now dive into the 1942 one-dime coin, another iconic piece of American coinage that belongs to the mercury dime series. As with the other coins in this series, the 1942 mercury dime offers a fascinating look into American numismatics, combining artistry, historical context, and unique design elements that have captured the attention of collectors for decades. The 1942 one-dime coin not only holds significant value among collectors today, but it also reflects an important moment in U.S. history, as the country was deeply involved in World War II during this period. Let's explore this coin in detail, diving into its design, minting history, and why it continues to command such interest in the numismatic world. The 1942 one-dime coin was struck during a time of global conflict. The United States had entered World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941, and the country's focus was entirely on the war effort. While many of the coinage designs were unchanged during this period, the production of coins was impacted by the economic and material needs of the war. The U.S. Mint faced challenges related to the rationing of metals like silver, which were in high demand for military purposes, including the production of munitions and war materials. As a result, the production of many coins during the war years was constrained, and the 1942 mercury dime reflects the complex relationship between coin production and national priorities during this time. This year marked the final year of the mercury dime series, as the U.S. Mint would transition to the Roosevelt dime in 1946 in honor of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The 1942 one-dime coin therefore represents both the end of an era for the Mercury dime design and the ongoing challenges and adaptations of the United States during a time of war. Like other coins in the Mercury dime series, the 1942 one-dime coin features the famous design by sculptor Adolf A. Weinman. On the obverse, we see a profile of Liberty, who is depicted wearing a winged Phrygian cap. As mentioned earlier, this cap is a symbol of freedom, and its wings evoke a sense of liberty in motion. The youthful depiction of Liberty is imbued with a sense of optimism, but also determination, reflecting the hope that the United States could overcome the difficulties of war and emerge victorious. Liberty's face is a subtle yet powerful representation of the American spirit, youthful, free, and unwavering in the face of adversity. Surrounding the image of liberty are the words, Liberty, at the top, In God We Trust, along the right edge, and the date, 1942, at the bottom. The obverse inscription, Liberty, and, In God We Trust, are key elements that highlight the ideals of the country, while the 1942 date situates the coin within the historical context of World War II. The reverse design of the 1942 Mercury dime is equally rich in symbolism. In the center, we find a fasces, a bundle of rods tied together with a ribbon, symbolizing strength, unity, and the authority of the state. The fasces was historically associated with Roman culture and later adopted by various governments around the world, including the United States, to represent the idea of strength through unity. The fasces on the 1942 one-dime coin serves as a metaphor for the power of the American people, standing together through challenging times, including the ongoing war. Adjacent to the fasces is an olive branch, which signifies peace. This duality of strength and peace, represented by the fasces and olive branch, is a theme that runs through much of American coinage and is especially poignant on the 1942 Mercury dime, as the country was involved in a global war but still held the ideal of peace as a central goal. Around the central design, we also find the inscriptions, United States of America, e pluribus unum, out of many, one, and one dime, marking the coin as part of the nation's currency system. The 1942 Mercury dime was struck at 3 mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Like other coins of this period, the presence or absence of a mint mark plays a significant role in determining the value and rarity of the coin. The Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark, while the Denver Mint used a small D mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint used an S mint mark. Coins minted in Philadelphia without a mint mark are often in high demand due to their higher mintage numbers, while those from Denver and San Francisco are generally considered rarer and more valuable, particularly when found in uncirculated or higher-grade conditions. The 1942 one-dime coin is made from 90% silver and 10% copper, a composition that was standard for dimes struck before 1965. During the war, silver was still an important material, and its use in coinage added intrinsic value to the coins, even as the U.S. Mint was facing material shortages. The silver content of the coin is one of the factors that has contributed to its value in the modern numismatic market, particularly as the price of silver has risen over time. The coin's 90% silver composition means that it contains approximately 0.0723 ounces of silver, making it a desirable item for both collectors and investors who are drawn to the precious metal market. The 1942 Mercury dime stands out for its quality of minting, particularly the coins struck at the San Francisco Mint, which are known for their higher quality strikes and finer detail. These coins were often better preserved than those from the other mints, and as a result, 1942 San Francisco dimes in mint state or gem quality are among the most sought after by collectors. The Philadelphia Mint also produced coins with a good level of quality, although the coins from this mint were generally more widely circulated, which has impacted their overall value in comparison. As with other coins from the Mercury dime series, the 1942 one-dime coin is highly regarded by collectors for several reasons. Firstly, the coin is part of the larger Mercury dime series, which is renowned for its artistic design and historical significance. The series represents one of the finest achievements in U.S. coin design, and its popularity among collectors has only grown over the years. Secondly, the 1942 Mercury dime has historical significance as one of the final coins in the series, marking the end of an era in U.S. coinage. The value of the 1942 one-dime coin varies depending on its condition, rarity, and mint mark. Dimes from the San Francisco Mint, especially those in uncirculated or gem-quality condition, can command high premiums at auction. Coins with fewer marks of wear, greater detail, and an unblemished appearance are the most desirable among collectors and can fetch prices of up to $168,000 or more. These high-quality examples are often sold through specialty auctions or private sales to discerning collectors who understand the value of preserving such a historically important coin in pristine condition. In addition to its design and historical significance, the 1942 Mercury dime is also valuable because it was struck during a period of metal scarcity and economic uncertainty, making it a tangible piece of history. The silver content, combined with the rarity of high-quality specimens, ensures that the coin remains an important numismatic item with strong collector demand. The 1942 Mercury dime is a true representation of the U.S. Mint's ability to create coins that are not only functional but also artistic. It embodies the spirit of the time during which it was created, both the strength and unity needed for war and the enduring hope for peace. Today, the 1942 one-dime coin is regarded as one of the more valuable and historically significant dimes in existence. With the 1942 Mercury dime, collectors are not only acquiring a coin that has intrinsic value due to its silver content but also a piece of American history that continues to resonate today. As time goes on, the coin's value will likely continue to rise, making it an excellent investment for collectors and a prized possession for anyone with an appreciation for the artistry and historical context of U.S. coinage. Let's continue with the 1945 one-dime coin, another highly sought-after example from the Mercury dime series. The 1945 Mercury dime represents the final year of production for this iconic series during World War II, and it holds a particular significance both for its historical context and its role in U.S. coinage. This year, coming at the tail end of the war, is important not only for its connection to the end of the Mercury dime series but also for its place within the broader narrative of the United States recovery and transition following the war. As we dive deeper into the details of the 1945 one-dime coin, we will explore the design features, the minting process, the economic circumstances surrounding its production, and its appeal among collectors. This coin serves as a bridge between the tumultuous war years and the post-war period, and understanding its history provides valuable insight into the world of American numismatics. The 1945 one-dime coin was struck during the final year of World War II, a time of immense transformation for the United States and the world at large. By 1945, the war was nearing its end, with Germany surrendering in May and Japan following suit in August. For the U.S., the conclusion of the war brought both relief and anticipation for a new era of peace and rebuilding. The war had profoundly affected all aspects of American life, from the economy to social dynamics to foreign relations. The economic realities of the war had also impacted U.S. currency production, as many resources were diverted toward the military effort. As a result, the 1945 Mercury dime offers a glimpse into this critical moment of transition. The Mercury dime series had been in circulation since 1916, and by the time the 1945 one-dime coin was produced, the U.S. Mint was preparing to transition to a new series, the Roosevelt dime, in 1946, to honor the memory of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away earlier that year. The 1945 one-dime coin, therefore, represents both the end of an era in American coinage and the beginning of a new chapter. In terms of its material composition, the 1945 one-dime coin was struck with the same 90% silver and 10% copper alloy as earlier Mercury dimes. However, the silver content in the coin would become especially significant in the years following the end of World War II. As the United States transitioned to a peacetime economy, silver would continue to play an important role in both coinage and broader economic policy, particularly as silver prices fluctuated in the post-war years. The design of the 1945 one-dime coin is virtually identical to that of the earlier Mercury dimes in the series. On the obverse, we see liberty depicted with a winged Phrygian cap, a symbol of freedom and liberty that had come to represent the nation's commitment to both individual rights and collective progress. The design by Adolph A. Weinman remains one of the most celebrated in U.S. numismatic history, combining beauty with deep symbolic meaning. Liberty's youthful face, with its calm expression and determined gaze, evokes the resilient American spirit, perfectly capturing the optimism and resolve of the country as it emerged from the hardships of the Great Depression and entered the post-war era. Above Liberty's image, we find the inscription "Liberty," and below, the year 1945 is marked, placing the coin in its historical context. Along the right edge of the obverse is the motto, "In God We Trust," further reinforcing the national ethos that was integral to American identity during this period. The combination of these elements on the obverse is not only a reflection of the country's ideals but also a reminder of the sacrifices made by millions of Americans during the war. On the reverse, the fasces is prominently displayed, with its olive branch flanking the symbol of unity and strength. This pairing of symbols, the fasces representing authority and the olive branch representing peace, remains a powerful metaphor for the nation's dual priorities during the war years. While the United States was deeply engaged in military conflict, the ideal of peace was never far from the national consciousness, as evidenced by the symbolic elements chosen for the coin's reverse. The words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum, out of many, one," and "one dime" are inscribed around the design, further cementing the coin's identity as part of the nation's official currency. The 1945 one-dime coin was produced at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Just like other dimes in the series, the mint mark on the coin's reverse denotes where it was struck. The Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark, while the Denver Mint marked its coins with a small D mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint used an S mint mark. Of these, the 1945 San Francisco dimes are generally considered the most desirable due to their finer details and better strike quality, a trend that was particularly noticeable during the war years when the minting process was sometimes hampered by metal shortages and other logistical challenges. The 1945 Mercury dime is often found in circulated condition, as these coins were widely used during their time in circulation. However, uncirculated coins, those that have been preserved in near pristine condition, are highly prized by collectors. Coins with sharp details, no signs of wear, and minimal discoloration can command prices much higher than those that show signs of circulation. High-quality examples of the 1945 San Francisco dime can fetch significant premiums, particularly when the coins are graded in MS 67 or higher. Mintages also play an important role in the coin's rarity and desirability. The 1945 Mercury dime had a relatively high mintage at the time, with millions of coins being produced at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. However, because these coins were in regular circulation, many were worn down or damaged over the years. As a result, well-preserved examples from any of the mints are considered more valuable today. The 1945 one-dime coin is made from 90% silver, which means that the coin contains approximately 0.0723 ounces of silver. The silver content, combined with the coin's historical significance and the relative scarcity of well-preserved examples, contributes to the coin's enduring appeal among collectors. Additionally, the rise in silver prices over the years has further driven interest in these dimes, as collectors and investors alike look for tangible ways to hold silver in a market that often fluctuates. The 1945 one-dime coin is highly sought after by collectors for several key reasons. First and foremost, it represents the final year of production for the Mercury dime series, a beloved design that has captured the imaginations of numismatists for more than a century. The coin's artistic merit and historical importance make it a critical piece for any serious collection, particularly for those focusing on the Mercury dime series or coins from the World War II era. The 1945 one-dime coin also holds great appeal for collectors interested in the broader context of American history. As a coin produced at the end of the war, it serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made by the American people and the pivotal role the U.S. played in the outcome of the conflict. The Mercury dime series, with its focus on liberty, strength, and peace, remains a powerful symbol of American ideals during this time of great national transformation. In terms of value, 1945 Mercury dimes in high-grade, uncirculated condition are highly sought after. Depending on the mint mark and the quality of the coin, these dimes can command premiums of $156,000 or more. Coins from the San Francisco Mint are especially prized, as they were often struck with finer details and are rarer in uncirculated condition. In addition to the coin's historical and artistic value, the silver content of the 1945 Mercury dime adds to its appeal. Collectors who are drawn to the coin's design also have the option of investing in a piece of silver, which has been viewed as a store of value for centuries. The rising price of silver in recent decades has only heightened interest in these coins, as collectors and investors alike look for ways to preserve their wealth in tangible forms. The 1945 one-dime coin stands as a testament to the resilience and beauty of U.S. coinage. As the final year of the Mercury dime series, it marks the end of an era and encapsulates the national spirit during the closing months of World War II. With its iconic design by Adolph A. Weinman, the 1945 Mercury dime continues to be a cherished piece of numismatic history, beloved for its artistry, symbolism, and connection to one of the most significant periods in American history. For collectors, the 1945 one-dime coin represents more than just a piece of currency. It is a symbol of the strength and unity that carried the United States through the war, as well as a reminder of the country's enduring commitment to the ideals of liberty and peace. As the years go on, the 1945 Mercury dime will undoubtedly remain a cornerstone of American numismatics, continuing to hold significant value among collectors and investors alike.